Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I will be continuing my Building Newcrest series where we take all of the empty lots on Newcrest and build it into a playable town. So without further ado, subscribe if you enjoy and let's get into the video. Alright, today we are building another residential lot and this one is going to be a modern barn home. So we're starting out with a good old rectangle and putting another rectangle on top of it and then a nice simple roof, which I love because I don't like roofing. And we curved it, make it look like a barn, obviously, because it's a barn. And put some trim on that roof as well. For the outside, I knew I wanted paneling, but almost like make it look like they painted it to look all cute, you know? So I added another piece of trim to the roof and then to the outside as well. Then moving on to the front door, I wanted these slidey barn door looking ones. I like how they look, and then I went ahead and deleted the floors through this so that you could see all the way up through the top. And down here I was trying to figure out logistically where I was going to fit everything because this is a rather small house. It's not very large, and I wanted to do that first before I popped the loft area onto it, because this would be kind of like where storage is in a barn. There's always a loft area up there where usually they put hay for most barns, but in this case, it is going to be a bedroom up there. So I popped some lights in and then decided to make this a 1.5 bath house and pop a little half bath right there too so that it accompany more people. So it's 2 bedroom, 1.5 bath. And as I try my very best to figure out window placement for this, don't forget that you can check out all of these builds on my gallery page at Livy2654 if you want to download any of them yourself and put them in your world. When I am finished with this series, I will most likely be starting a legacy challenge in this world somewhere. So stay tuned for that, I guess. For the inside, I carried the same wallpaper from the outside inside. That changes, but it takes a while. So, on the ladders, we needed something to get up to that loft, and I felt like a ladder fit kind of the barn theme, and also it doesn't take up that much space, which is something I was looking for. I went with these doors for the bathrooms and little bedroom downstairs, and for the bathrooms, I'll put marble on the floors. We got a little fancy in this barn home. And then for the flooring, I just ended up going with a nice dark hardwood because I thought it looked nice. This is where I started to question my wallpaper choices in the main area, but I just focused on the bathrooms instead to distract myself. This is where I had to decide what this little bedroom was going to be, and I kind of settled on like kid/teen room. Whoever you want to put in there, it's for a single sim. Then I thought about just making all of the walls gray in the main area, went against that, and then took the same wallpaper we had but made it white instead of blue. So moving on to the bathrooms, I put in the tiny home toilet because it's cute, and then the new sink from Growing Together and the new shower. That shower is my favorite in the entire game now. And popped a plant in there because we can be fancy. Gave them some toilet paper and a little towel, as well as a bigger towel for when you shower and such. And then the half bath is very minimal. Obviously, it's a 2x2 room. So it just has toilet, sink, mirror, towel, and toilet paper. Then I moved on to the kid/teen room, whoever you want to put in here. It kind of does look more teen to me. There's no like toys or anything in it. So that might be the only reason why. But I went with the Dream Home Decorator bed and table and a cute little plant. And I really liked this dresser with the little plants on it and popped a nice big mirror over that as well, and then put some clutter items on top just to make this look like someone actually lives there. So we have a tissue box, we've got a little notebook, and then I found something else here. We found the moisturization station. I raised it up and I plopped it on the dresser as well because I thought it was fitting to put something like that on a dresser. For this wall, it was looking a little bare, so I decided to go with a set of 2 paintings. Since this room was green, I went with the little leaf ones. And then grabbed the little fringe rug and just made it a neutral swatch. Then we went ahead and moved on to the kitchen, which is fun. This is like overall a pretty modern home, so nothing is going to be too surprising, but it looks very clean, very slick. I like it a lot. And we have dishwasher, microwave, all the things you need. I gave the fancy trash can that might not look nice, but it does give you money when you put plates in it, so I'd call that a win, and also included the little toaster clock and some kitchen tools as well. I think here I'm looking for that fruit bowl, the more modern looking fruit bowl of the two to slap on there, and then picked those cute little bar stools. This house does not have a like formal dining area. It just has the living room, and then the kitchen island kind of works as the dining area. And I decided to go with a sectional for this seating area so that you have plenty of spots for your Sims to sit, whether they're eating, watching TV, whatever they want to do. And then looking here, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and I opted to move the windows so that I could just put the flat screen on the wall without it looking really weird. And then got rid of that end table, put a console under the TV, and then put a plant in the corner instead. And then found another plant to put on top, and I really liked this egg-looking one, so I just raised it up to put it on top instead, since it didn't fit because it was quite large, but now it is small. And then slapped the Dream Home decorator rug in there as well, and then I realized I completely forgot to do upper cabinets, so we're gonna fix that. First things first was a range hood. I had to get rid of that eventually. I did not like how it was going through the cabinets like that, but I like to sneak one there so it looks like it's coming through it. And then I end up saying, yeah, it's fine, it's The Sims, so we don't have a range hood in this house. And I popped the rest of the upper cabinets up there to kind of complete the look of the kitchen. I did peek around quick as I was doing this stuff, putting the thermostat and the fire alarm on the wall, trying to see if there were spots on the walls where we needed to put anything, but there's not a lot of wall space, and since the entryway is also small, I opted to just put some paintings on the wall instead. So I went with 2 from the little pet set, and then it was time to move upstairs to what would be considered the master bedroom, but in this case it's the master loft. You get a whole loft. So I just put the siding on that half wall because safety, even though I'm pretty sure Sims can't just walk off the edge of something like that. You never know what they're gonna try. So I popped a nice bed up there and then went on to finding a couple little end tables and shifted them just a little closer to the bed because they kind of sat far away. Put some plants on it and then popped a dresser there as well. And a nice little rug, kind of tying in a little bit of the green from the other bedroom, but not really. Then, since there was so much room, I wanted to put a desk up here. So I grabbed a desk, chair, computer, a nice little lamp, and then I put a few clutter items on the desk as well. I thought about doing the water bottle and a mug, and that didn't make sense, so I put a tissue box instead. Then over here, I decided to go with a little plant setup to put there, since It's a very open concept house. I feel like it just makes sense to have plants in it. I don't really know why. And then in this one little spot, I stuck the plumb bob painting that has been in almost every build I have done. So now we're going outside to landscape. I gave this house the tiniest bit of a curvy path instead of a normal one. Sized up these flowers as per usual, and then rotated the mailbox to exactly where I wanted it, because you can do that. So I added some little flowers to go into these yellow ones as well, just to make it look not as sparse, and that's all the front like flowering that happened. And then I just popped some little trees around the front as well. In the back, I wanted there to be a nice big tree, so I grabbed the willow tree and then put some planting boxes around that as well. We got some big ones, and then we also have some little ones that your Sims can play with as well. So you have options. Then saw this empty spot back here and decided that I would put a grill and a little dining area. So you might not have a formal dining on the inside, but you do get one on the outside. So at least that's the thing. I was looking for a picnic table that I liked, and I tried this one, and then I didn't like it. It looked too flat. So then I went with this good old classic from the patio stuff, grabbed those same chairs, and then also grabbed a rug to go underneath it. I ended up tying in green throughout like this entire build somehow. Centered that to the best of my ability. And then looked for some dirt to kind of line things up with, make it look just a little more real. Went around all of those planters and then around the entire outside of the house as well. Around the trees, make them look like they've been there for a bit, and then made it a little bigger so that I could go around those outplanted areas. So that is this entire build. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.